back up.
Not only forgot about the fight, forgot about us. Yes, and we're picking it back up. But at this level, all we're trying to do is unite. And right now, as a year, we got 1 million people that's listening. Now we can tell them something. Now we can try to get them that way, and we might lose some. We might gain some, but we would never even have that audience had we not.
You know, he liked to give to a lot of people. He liked to help whoever it was that he could. But a lot of people didn't get a chance to see that.
There's a document tied to the Ghislaine Maxwell case that circulates online and gets people's attention. It's described as a complaint in which a person makes a wide range of accusations involving the Kardashian family, including claims about identity misuse, relationships, and business activity. The document itself is informal, contains unverified statements, and, crucially, the complainant acknowledges they do not have proof for many of the allegations and is asking authorities to investigate. That distinction matters. A filed complaint is not the same thing as established fact. Courts receive all kinds of claims. Only a small portion are substantiated through evidence, testimony, and rulings. The references to Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, and Kendall Jenner in that document are allegations, not findings. There is no verified.
I believe him because he wasn't talking just to be talking. I felt he was also coming straight because there was a big war behind that. A war that they lost. And I think it was a war that destroyed their neighborhood.
Official record linking the Kardashian family to a trafficking operation run by Jeffrey Epstein or to his island. That's an important line that often gets blurred when these discussions spread online. As for the broader theory people circulate, that powerful networks operate by connecting wealth, influence, and access, that's a general observation about elite circles. But comparing that loosely to what Epstein was convicted of doing risks stretching a serious criminal case into speculation without evidence. Even details like a lawyer appearing in Epstein files need context. A name showing up in documents or contact lists doesn't automatically imply wrongdoing. Those records include a wide range of people with very different levels of connection. So, what do you do with a document like this? Treat it as an unverified claim, not proof. Wait for independent corroboration or investigation results. Separate patterns people speculate about from facts established in court. It's understandable why something like this would get attention. It's dramatic and involves high-profile names, but without evidence, it stays in the category of allegation, not confirmation. The pressure around the situation isn't coming from just one controversial complaint. There's also an ongoing legal dispute involving Ray J, Kim Kardashian, and Kris Jenner that's adding another layer of attention. Ray J has publicly said he's pursuing legal action tied to a prior settlement from 2023, alleging breach of that agreement. At the same time, he has made serious accusations online, including claims about a broader investigation and past events surrounding the release of the tape that originally brought Kim Kardashian major public attention. Those claims, however, remain allegations and have not been proven in court. On the other side, the Kardashian camp has pushed back legally, including defamation claims. The situation has escalated into countersuits, which is why it's now moving to the courts rather than just playing out in public statements. One concrete development.
You said, hey, I just want to be alive. That's real for you.
That's so real. I made a metamorphosis. I'm a new person today. Because I used to strongly and honestly, I feel like I could represent my generation so much because I honestly did not care whether I lived.
A judge has reportedly declined efforts to keep parts of that settlement fully sealed. That means some details that one or both sides prefer to keep private could become public as proceedings continue. That's a procedural ruling, not a judgment on the truth of the underlying accusations, but it does increase transparency. So right now you have a legal dispute with active claims and counterclaims, a court decision that may expose more details, and public accusations that are still unproven. It creates the appearance of mounting pressure. But it's important not to jump from there's a legal fight to a criminal enterprise is established. Courts deal in evidence, and until anything is proven, these remain contested claims, not confirmed facts. Now look at what's already starting to surface from inside the case itself. Dwayne Keith Davis's defense isn't taking the usual route of simply denying everything. Instead, they're reframing his own words. Their argument is that his past confessions weren't truth. They were performance. Stories told for attention, for media relevance, for book sales. They've even compared the public obsession with Tupac Shakur's death to something like the assassination of John F. Kennedy. A case so famous that people might insert themselves into it just to be part of the narrative. That creates a strange legal paradox. If Davis is convicted, does that validate his claims about others, including Sean Combs? Or does it simply mean a jury believed parts of a story his own lawyers say?
He's saying that, Diddy, he put a hit out on you and Tupac, and that's the reason why Tupac got in Vegas. So, yeah, man. How you feel about that?
Well, first thing first. I mean, that conversation been out there. He put his truth out there. A lot of other people put their truth out there.
It was exaggerated. And if he's acquitted, does that clear everyone he accused? Or just prove the defense successfully undermined his credibility? Either way, the outcome risks feeling incomplete. Then there's the response from the family. Tupac Shakur has publicly described the arrest as significant, but made it clear she's waiting for the full picture before drawing conclusions. That's a measured stance. Careful, not reactive. But in cases like this, restraint can be interpreted in different ways. When public claims, like those from Wendy Williams, circulate without a direct response, it leaves space for speculation to grow, not because silence confirms anything, but because it doesn't close the door either. At the edges of all this, another name keeps resurfacing: Ollie Carter. According to Wendy Williams, Ollie believes Tupac Shakur is her father, and she's been making that claim independently for some time. But here's where the situation becomes more about questions and answers. There's been no verified DNA test, no legal effort to formally establish paternity, and no court proceeding forcing that issue into the open. In reality, testing would be extremely difficult given that Shakur was cremated, which limits what evidence could even be examined. And that leads to an uncomfortable truth. Speculation tends to fill the space where proof is absent. As long as nothing is definitively tested or resolved, multiple...
Well, let me ask you, do you think this trial is going to be the end of the story?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But it's a start. My brother was legend. His was legend.
Narratives can continue to exist at once, whether they're grounded or not. Meanwhile, the confirmed timeline keeps moving forward. The trial of Dwayne Keith Davis is approaching. His defense is challenging the credibility of his own past statements. There's ongoing discussion about whether Sean Combs could be called as a witness, though that remains uncertain and subject to legal strategy. Other claims, like talk of pardons or behind-the-scenes deals, are, at this point, speculative and not supported by official confirmation. So what does all of this lead to? Even when the verdict comes, it won't answer every question people are asking. A courtroom can determine legal guilt or innocence based on evidence. It cannot resolve rumors about hidden identities, unverified relationships, or theories about events that contradict the established record. In the end, you're left with two parallel tracks: a legal process that will reach a formal conclusion, a cloud of speculation that may continue regardless of that outcome. And those two don't necessarily intersect. One produces a verdict. The other keeps evolving, with or without proof.